anybody can respect a coach defending a player, but do you have any regrets on how you delivered that message on Saturday?
On how?
Yeah.
No.
Are you surprised at all by the amount of attention it's gotten?
Yes.
Can you elaborate?
Am I surprised?
Right. Just, what were you expecting? And
nothing. I just was shooting from the hip. Probably should have had a better prepared speech. My English would have been better. Like I've been educated and had a college degree. I said ain't that my wife said. But the only thing I said is that I should have written it out because there's other things that I wanted to say and I didn't get out.
Like
because
what?
I forgot.
What things do you regret not saying?
That's not what I'm talking about, really. It just, just happened because of my feelings for the team and the players, and I just felt like that it wasn't the right thing, and so I was the guy that had to say something about it. But I certainly didn't do it to receive recognition. I certainly don't want it to take away from this upcoming game, like it unfortunately took away from the last game from the team.
Mike, we have a policy at our paper to report errors, and you said 3/4 of that column was error. Could you elaborate on that?
I don't have to.
I can't report errors unless I know what they are, so.
I don't have to. I just rather just let it go,
Mike, in your opinion, should college athletes be criticized under any circumstances, or what is the point at which they shouldn't be criticized?
Well, the first thing is I'm not so sure that what I meant is they shouldn't be criticized. What I'm referring to is that players at this level are still amateur athletes, and we encourage them to try to do the right thing both on and off the field. And if they're doing the best they can on Saturdays to play and they come up a little short, then as a coach, we should support them for the effort and what they put into the game. Now, if they go a different direction, then we need to handle that accordingly. That's how we handle it. I can't speak for everybody else in the country. And there will be times it comes with the territory that there are players that get criticized for their play because this is a high-profile sport. There's a lot of coverage, a lot of media. People love college football in the state. I don't have to agree with all that, and neither does anybody else.
Is it pretty simple as far as just when it crosses over into a guy's personality and character, beyond what they perform on the field, unless they're involved with something off the field as far as a transgression? That's pretty much...
That's pretty accurate.
What kind of feedback have you gotten? Has it been positive, negative? Care to elaborate?
You probably get more information from the secretary. I worked up here last night till 11 o'clock and went home, so I haven't gotten, my voicemail overflows on my phone, but I don't check my messages usually till late in the week. So I just hear a lot of things going on, and I try to stay away from it, really, because that's not important to me, good or bad. The only thing that matters to me is what I thought was right, and whatever I thought was right is what I said, and other than that, I just have to let it go. I don't say things for people to disagree or agree with me. I say them if I think they're right. And a lot of times I may say something that I shouldn't say. I've been a candidate to do that before.
Mike, how's Bobby handled the last 2 weeks in your dealings with him?
Bobby went through a difficult time because for the first time in his life, he wasn't the guy. And so he had some difficult times with it, but we've had discussions with him about it, and the thing you do is no different than with Bobby or any other player on any position, is that if you were a starter and now you're not a starter, you never know when you could be back in the game. And so you prepare, you study tape, you practice, you do all the things that we talk about all the time. I'm not going to waste your time and go into all that, to try to get ready to play. And then ultimately the most important thing is the team, is that no matter what happens, the team wins. And whether you get 5 catches or 15 catches or 12 rushes or 10 tackles or no tackles or whatever, that somehow you can contribute to help the team win. And there's a lot of people that help contribute that nobody knows on Saturday because they don't show up in the statistics.
Mike, you said you didn't read the article until after the game. Is that correct?
That's correct.
You knew about it before. Why did you go ahead and read it after the game?
I've had several people that are close to the program that said it was very important that I read the article because a lot of the information was not correct. So that's what I did. I didn't want to read it before the game because Saturdays is an enjoyable day for me. Get up, go eat a little brunch with the team, go to some meetings, get ready to play a ball game. The last thing I want to do is deal with something like that. And what should be in the paper is something that has to do with the game, not something that's tabloid information.
Mike, you said on your Big 12 conference call today, just overwhelmed with emails and phone calls from other coaches and your secretaries and all that.
I don't check email. I'm just telling you.
Right, but have you personally talked to even a handful within your own conference, your brother, others?
I've had a lot of phone calls, yes.
And you've made those?
Made them?
Yeah, that's what I'm
I've
saying.
made one phone call.
Oh, you
since
haven't
August.
talked to one coach then?
I've talked to my brother since July 27th.
You know, we haven't really been talked about it amongst the team yet. We haven't even had practice yet. But, I mean, I think when you see a coach that has that much fire for his players, they'll definitely have to with us.
Yeah, I support Coach Gundy 100%. I agree with his what he's making a point of. I agree with everything. Bobby, first of all, is not only my teammate, but he's my friend, and I know him as a person, so it's easy for me to not pay attention to any of that because I know him. So and he's not going to let this get him down.
Has it been difficult at all for your victory to almost been overshadowed by this whole thing?
It is somewhat, but we're ready to move on. We're ready to go play Sam Houston. It'll be, no time. It'll be a thing of the past, and we're not worried about it. We're worried about, we're happy we won. We're not focused on that at all. We're just ready to move on and play.
Saturday, will it influence or affect in any way the way your media policies, the way you deal with the media, the way you...
No, I'm not against the media. Really not. I mean, it's just it's an unfortunate situation, and we move on. And I'll be honest with you, I'm not mad at anybody. I'm not. Because I know at times people get upset with me, and I hope that they forgive me. I'm not mad at anybody. And it doesn't change any policy.
Mike, as a journalist, if someone were to say that one of my stories was inaccurate, that's my credibility. That's what I make my livelihood on. Is there a certain reason why you're not going to come out and tell Jenny exactly what was wrong with that article?
Just because I think it's just gone far enough.
Privately?
I hadn't thought about that. Good point. I don't know. You put me on the spot here. I'm on the clock. That's something I can think about. Because honestly, I'm not against anybody, and I don't dislike Jenny. I mean, Jenny and I have had a good relationship, and her and I joke about things, and I just had obviously I didn't feel real comfortable with that article. I'm not mad at her. I don't dislike her. And I don't think she's a bad person. Not that I'm somebody to judge. Not that matters. But that's something that maybe her and I can talk about. Yeah, that's a good point.